Welcome to the Journey of Self. This is your coach, Minaz Amjad. And in this particular series, my intention is to assist you with awareness and knowledge so that you find clarity and direction if you happen to be going through a difficult time. The title of our today's session is Attentional Focus. I picked up this title because this is one of the basic concepts we need to understand if we really want to move out of our stress. Simply put, attentional focus is what an individual thinks about when performing a given moment or activity. It's like while you're working or while you're listening to this podcast right now, how your mind is working. Where is your attention and where it is focused? What is it that you're thinking while you're listening to this podcast or any other activity that you do? That's exactly what is called attentional focus. Now, there are two primary types of attention focus. As per the research of the neuroscience, it is divided into internal and external. It is, to put very simply, the way our mind works. Internally, it's about the various bodily sensations and moments we keep capturing as we go about. Externally, it's about capturing data from various levels in the environment and assigning a meaning to it. So what you see, what you smell, what you hear, and how you feel at a certain given point in time. All of this is part of all the five senses working, gathering the data from the external environment constantly at every single second as you move around your day. A combination of your internal attentional focus and your external attentional focus is how your subconscious mind is working, which toward the end of it is storing all the information, all the data that it's capturing, whether it's internally or externally, and attaching a meaning to it. This important process that our mind constantly does, right from the time you're born to the time we die, plays a very important role when we encounter sudden crisis. Let me share an example with you, and this is from my own life. My father passed away 2 years ago, and he was ill for close to around 5 years. And I was his caregiver. While he suffered from chronic heart ailment, checking his blood pressure was one of the key things that I had to practice almost every single day. But toward the end of his life, when he became very ill, I was in a state of mind where I knew at my subconscious level that he won't live for too long. But there was a sense of pain, grief, and also a kind of anxiety and fear. And this all triggered every time I would go and check his blood pressure. This internal and external working of my attention focus assigned a meaning to this particular activity of checking blood pressure to me as something which is quite stressful. Now, 2 years later, when I, at certain times, need to do that for my mother, I get into the same mode of extreme stress and anxiety, even though there's no such need for it. And then eventually, I had to work on with my coach to rewrite this narration in my mind, which, because of the wrong meaning that I had attached to it, the way my mind has captured the data and had created a picture, It now needs to be rewritten that this is not danger. This is not a stressful activity. And I had to calm down my nervous system. So I worked on it with my coach and I found a way out. Not one, but there are several ways to do so, which I'll talk to you about in our upcoming sessions. But for now, this story I share with you to just let you know and understand how this very concept of attentional focus work. Taking cues from the internal and the external environment, how our mind maps the various data sets and assign a meaning to it. And this is one of the reasons why, if you find yourself being in stress, feeling anxious on or about a particular thing, you would understand that this is how your mind is working and you need to work out to rewrite that narrative. Well, that's all for today, friends. I hope this small awareness on attentional focus has helped you understand how our beautiful mind works in complex ways, way beyond our comprehension. However, if we apply the right techniques, the same mind, which is giving us stress or panic or anxiety, can also help us find the right ways to calm us down, bring the required positivity we need, and find our clarity and direction. Thank you. That's all for today, and I'll talk to you soon.